Welcome to Yerp Radio's The Hip Hop Shop.
This show will be the spot for like-minded folks that enjoy the elements of hip-hop in one show.
Each week we will be digging in the crates to listen to great music and politic on different takes on our culture. Your host, Milk D King Samson.
We'll be guiding you through the different departments in the spot we call the Hip Hop Shop, here on Yerp Radio.
Yeah! Okay, welcome. This is the Hip Hop Shop. I go by King Samson.
I am the party starter, DJ Milk D. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We have a special guest here today. And when I say special guest, we have a truly special guest because this guy has been in the game for a long time in Canada. So I just made a little blurb. Give me a second. Daniel is a primitive... I messed up already.
You are good. You family. You good.
Daniel is a figure in the Canadian hip-hop scene known for his unique style. His significant contribution as a member of the Monolith crew. With the release of the iconic single Dear Hip Hop, he solidified his status in the Canadian music scene. While co-founding One Rock Records and independently releasing the impactful Monolith EP, beyond this, Daniel's talents is known as a producer. He's known as a record label owner, teacher, actor, media correspondent, and a songwriter. But the best thing we know of him about Daniel is he's a killer MC. The Hip Hop Shop, welcome Daniel.
Oh, big up, man. Big shouts to you, brother. Yo, King Samson, good to see you. Milk D, good to meet you, man. I appreciate you bringing me onto this show on your platform, helping me spread the word about what I do. Thanks for that intro, man.
I try.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's been a minute, though, man. People don't know. Yo, we go back, bro. Yo, so much so I didn't even know you had locks, Bridget. Last time we saw each other, I had the locks.
Very true.
And
Crazy,
I'm gonna show y'all my joint. Look. Give me some of that hair. King Samson, give me some hair.
You know what the funny thing is? I actually
Okay.
could, because I got my dreadlocks still.
You know what? I cut my dreads once before.
You did?
This length, and I cut them, right?
Right.
I still have them.
Yeah.
I still have them. I couldn't get rid of them.
So it's interesting. I don't know that this is where we were gonna go with this to start things off, but you know, bro, like when you grow dreadlocks, I know for me, speaking for me, bro, and you can say, you know, your own experience, is when I started them, I had also really kind of delved more into the world of understanding and respecting Rastafarianism.
Oh, you have to.
I didn't claim to be Rasta, but I was
Nope.
going through like a spiritual change. I changed my diet. I haven't eaten meat since '98. There was a lot of physical and emotional stuff that I was going through to kind of recreate myself in a purified way, which is a Rastafarian principle.
Yeah.
So growing the dreads was more important to me than a hairstyle, and cutting them was also a process, bro. Like it took me to really finally let go. Took me a while. So when I let go of them from my head, I couldn't let go of them physically. So here they are, fam.
Snap.
Wow.
My daughter thinks I'm a super weirdo for having these, but
No,
I can't get rid of
man.
them either, bro. So
I understand that, man, because
Wow.
I still have mine. Mine is I put it in a plastic bag and I wrapped it up, and I still have
bro.
them.
It lives in a Ziploc, man. I don't know that I've ever revealed that on a show before, so that might be an exclusive.
Well,
I don't know what that's gonna mean for people hearing that, but I feel you.
Well, Danny O, I don't mean to keep going way off the rails either, but there's a baby picture behind you where the cup is, right?
Oh, right.
And I'm thinking that's you. So as I'm looking at that, I'm
Hilarious. That shouldn't be there right now.
Well, no. This is a cool statement here. So while you're talking, I'm listening to you, but I'm looking down because I'm looking through my phone right now because that picture
Hilarious.
reminds me of my baby picture, and I'm gonna show you in a minute, man. We could be like cousins.
You never know, man. You never know. It's funny.
Hey, light bright shines bright, man. Let's go.
Straight, bro. It's funny because I'm surrounded by this. I got my vinyl collection behind me, and the rest of my room here is filled with all these photos.
I love it.
Of my daughter, and she's even on one of my. So it's funny. I found this and brought it out because I'm like, I think you kind of look like Daddy when he was little. So it's funny that you caught that.
Yeah,
that is out over here.
And Danielle, I promise we're gonna get into the hip hop shop, but I just want to say blessings to you because I'm a father of 3, 2 girls, 1 boy.
Big up.
And I'm gonna toss it to Samson because I'm gonna look for this picture because I'm gonna show you. You be like, you might hit him.
We'll put them up side by side and see if we're related.
Yeah, you might hit Samson offline and be like, yo, that dude Milk D, man, we might be related for real.
Never know, man. We're all family anyways,
Yes,
100.
Okay, so we're gonna start the interview with this.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about who is Danielle. So for the people that don't know, who is Danielle?
Well, brother, I mean, that could take the entire show. In its simplest form, MC, actor, songwriter, and most importantly, Melina's dad. I believe, I don't know how corny this will sound, but I was just born to be involved in music, to make music. My mom told me I used to sing in the crib, and I knew at 5 what I wanted to do with my life. Because when I was 5, that's when Thriller came out.
Okay.
And that album changed my life. I have about 7 copies behind here. Like, real talk, I wasn't just a fan of music or specifically of MJ, but that record, I loved records from when I was a kid to the point I would play my parents' records. And the first, and I would get like kids' records, Disney records, read-along storybook records. But like Thriller was the first album that was like a grown people's album that I got, that I was given as a gift. And all the vinyl you see here is like the product of a lifelong obsession with music, specifically creating records, because I would look at the back, look at liner notes and all of that. I grew up my whole life doing that. So while I could take this answer into a lot of different directions, I think the one that makes the most sense for the hip hop show is the fact that I'm just born and bred to create music, and it is something that I sort of just live by. Everything that I do in my music is an expression of self. So I believe strongly in hip hop music and hip hop culture as being one of those amazing art forms and cultures that allows you to be yourself, allows you to express yourself uniquely and originally. And I knew at 10 that hip hop was for me, because I told you, I discovered Thriller at 5. But by the time I was 10, I discovered hip hop and realized I think I can do this a lot better than I can sing and dance like Mike. So that's the direction I went in, and I think it was the right call.
Funny thing you say that, because I heard you sing. You could sing. The funny thing is you could sing.
Yeah, well, I have like there's a range where my vocals belong, right? And you'll hear me sing on my record, so respect, that's true. But Michael's range and so many other singers, their range is. I got this little pocket. If I stay in there, I'll be okay. So I'm not gonna
Pete Sweat made a whole career of that. So trust me.
Yeah, fact.
Spot on, and the women loved it.
Fair enough.
Another question for you is this: do you remember the first time you fell in love with hip hop?
100%. Yeah, super easy memory, bro. I can tell you. Like I said, I was 10 years old, and I was on a camping trip with my grade 4 class, and it was at a place called Camp Samak, and it was an overnight trip, like 2-3 nights or something. And back then, my asthma was serious, bro. So I would never go anywhere without my inhaler. But for some reason, the teachers decided they were going to keep all of the children's medication in one cabin, not the cabin that my class was staying in. So I had an asthma attack one night, and I'm coughing my head off, no inhaler to be found. So somebody was sent to another cabin to go retrieve my inhaler, bring it back. I took the puffer, and I was able to calm down. Yeah. But I was coughing so much that everybody in my cabin was awake. Okay, everyone was awake. So my teacher, God bless him, Mr. Nash, don't know where in the world he may or may not be today. He comes in and says, all right, everybody, I want everyone to calm down, get in bed, relax. I'm going to put on some music, and I want everyone to just, relax and then go to sleep. For whatever reason, or I guess this is the reason, he put on the Beastie Boys' License to Ill tape. And it changed my life, obviously, because I was like, what is this? As soon as the trip was over, man, I found the tape, and then every other tape that I could get my hands on, because I was already collecting records and stuff, but not hip hop. So that's how I got introduced to it. And I would say within the week, I tried my hand at writing raps. I wanted to try it because, like I said, I already knew I wanted to do music. It was already in me to be a musician, but I was like, this is the thing that I'm gonna do. So it was the Beastie Boys' License to Ill on a camping trip after an asthma attack when I was 10.
I never knew you had asthma, man. How you rap? I would never think you had asthma.
Well, respect for saying that, bro. I'll tell you this on a whole other aside. Big shouts to my chiropractor, Dr. Dinos. Years ago, in having this discussion about asthma, because he explained to me how chiropractic is like an overall drug-free health routine. It's not just about adjustments for back pain. And he asked me about some of the things I did in my personal life, like if I drank milk. And I was like, yeah, as if it was a dumb question, because I used to like whip up milkshakes in the blender with ice cream and stuff, not realizing that after I drank them, I would like wheeze. And he's like, you need to cut out milk. I did, and I haven't used a puffer since. This is almost 20 years ago, bro. I haven't used a puffer because I haven't drank milk. So I know every asthmatic is different, but I think that might help the flow that you're referring to.
Well, you're not saying, you don't mess with milk no more is not cool. But no, on a serious note, my son.
No disrespect to DJ Milk D, man.
You didn't catch that.
Well,
we ain't done yet. Going to get into some music right now in the hip hop shop.
Music, please.
His Royal Majesty, first of his name, the Tigrananian, Lord of the Streets, Destroyer of Tunes, the Right and Honorable King Samson.
The young people now that is spearheading hip-hop don't know where it came from. They know the American version, not the Canadian version.
And mathematics.
Yes, baby. Yo, your resume is weak. It's best that you be hesitant to speak. A peasant in the street of speech. Listen to blessings on the beat. When talking MCs, you rarely cause a wrinkle in a conversation. You barely mark a twinkle in the constellation. Trying to make connections with stars to be a big deal. You are necessary for the movement, a fifth wheel. With feelings of doubt, I feel you niggas like supper can. Not giving you the advantage, but giving you the upper hand. Ha! Smacking niggas sensible. You ass trash receptacle, so the respectable have no respect for you. You might have thought you had some kind of potential, but it's obvious you don't have the real rap essential.
Now as a student, I study every angle of my craft. That's past, present, and future. Sit in front of the class. Concentrate on details, double checking my math. Graduate a professor, nothing lesser could pass. Sell class downtown. Jane and Finch, Scarborough. Had to hit the streets to live it. To kept the rap stars thorough. His scenarios where rapping was the only thing to do. Competition, heard you was ill. I wanna see if it's true. Toronto's evolution wasn't televised, so live at the barbecue and B-boys freestyle for exercise. I recognize nothing ever stay the same, but still the rap essentials is just that. Now let's build. Yo, the message is this.
We keep it exemplifies reality.
Is that positive? We think we're thinking. Gonna feel around that treaty perpetrating.
We keep it taking, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Some myth you probably heard about. The illest crew in our city when it was word of mouth. 5 minute major, I'm leaving the beds dissing. Shit's about to get messy like sneezing while friends kissing. It's like you send a Morris code the way you tap out. Get you stressed like an aquarium owner during a blackout. I got my wolves in formation like they attack cattle. Got so much crew when I perform, it's like a smack battle. You need a feature, be a no-show. I'm so pro. Your shit is SWV touring without Coco. Son of Medusa, don't face me. Your skills are just inferior like when Kimura almost killed Gracie. I seen your dojo and there's not one kicker. My album's like a boat without a captain, there's not one skipper. Yo, you wanna get famous and be a pro star and go far, you better check the dark web for a soul talk.
The
That's what they calling me. Grimace love honorably. A true MC to the death, and to that I swear solemnly. I'm where I ought to be in this hip-hop odyssey. Sick lyrics, obviously, what they spit is a monstrosity. Plug my ears when they talk to me, look at it logically. They rise and fall from the top so fast you feel the velocity. I want the world to see mono monopoly. I want too much sales when our album drops, it'll fuck up the economy. Niggas is broke, it ain't hard to see. Buying Super 7 and 649, hoping to win the lottery. Bro, but ain't an MC hot as me. But my lack of trust for the industry won't let me believe what they promised me. Come with it honestly. At VDP I spit my philosophy. Rappers is lost to me while I navigate awesomely. Through all this monotony, the hip-hop's gotten to be. I put it out properly, constantly, until the whole world's calling.
In case you don't remember the face, you remember the name.
That's what they call it.
Dump your hot coals in your flame without feeling no pain. Who's the man that's changing the game?
Grimstone. That's what they call it.
If you ain't sounding the same, then you know who to blame.
Yeah. Legend status cemented, attention, bask in my presence, demented, blasted with sentences, down I pass like descendants. Sit your ass on the benches, I murder dissonant bastards. My shit is sweet and I'm denying you insulin access. I had this rap shit locked down before COVID restrictions. I'm loco with this pen, don't line fuck a coke, it's addiction. Go to the description of my quotes, I hearse your order higher. You nuts are roast, consider every verse an open fire. Bro, retire, I've no desire, calling it quits. Among the best to do it, but I'm looked over more than a fence. Besides my people, none of y'all is Danny O's equal. Make a move, I'll cut you in parts like I'm planning a sequel.
Top 5, Shakespeare, the guy who wrote Hamilton. Taboo, Apple the Yap than me. I'm an icon in the cesspool of whack MCs. I make disasters out of cannabises with these. My moves make water ripple like Jurassic scenes. When I tell my story, the drums like Vlad TV. I blap with a full clip like Guru back with Preem. And true till the clip's empty like Curtis Jackson and Preem. I made half of Canada wanna rap like me. But you're the diet me like caffeine and aspartame. I raise the bar to heights only giraffes can see that don't make sense. Like when Snoop signed a Master P.
My expertism is lyricism. We gon' stop them. Break them down. My expertism is lyricism. We gon' stop them.
Why you mad? And my best Cameron impression. Talking to Bill O'Reilly, probably got a pill inside me. Man, it's ironic when a joker try to vilify me. I'm Bruce Wayne when he hit the cave and change, okay? Put the signal up, fill my cup, batter one of these fresh bottles that just fell off the tequila truck. Single-handedly to help my city down. Now I'm out of town, seeing double. I'm just trying to hold the ceiling up. Floor spinning, less inhibitions, lead to more women. I'm just trying to get to the money. I'm on a Forbes mission. More cake, more love, less hate, more vision, more life before I meet the mortician.
I put in work, show up early and I stay late. Eerie how my flow is superior like the Great Lakes. Can't even keep a straight face, man, this shit is jokes. Rappers are everywhere like North Face winter coats. They're everywhere. Or better yet, plastic in the ocean. Are you just spamming your socials, or is that promotion? The average Joe Rogan isn't knowing how I'm flowing, but the word is starting to spread, and rapidly like COVID. This MC ain't claiming AG like showbiz, man. I'm just saying that the bar getting lower. Everybody out there wanna claim to be an artist, but rest assured Danny O still assembles bars, man.
My expertism is lyricism. We gon' stop them. Break them down. My expertism is lyricism. We gon' stop them. I'm instantly interested in every inkling of your existence. No, I'm not, but Instagram gives you that impression, and so you show a lot of pics and vids. Some intimate, some ignorant, and most are not legitimate. But if it may boost your rep, you'll consider it worthy of posting. It's dirty, you're boasting, you make more money than most men. Too cash, you like to hold up like a clothesman. I need ibuprofen. Sick at how you got your confidence. Your lies get your likes, I see through them with no optometrist. Honestly, I'm astonished with how, let's say, Twitter makes today's critters think there's a chance they can fucking play with us. Back in the day, spitters, I'm repping for all of us who laid the foundation but just haven't amassed the followers. Pride swallowers watching this new era of artists tearing apart this culture we care, and our heart is scarily lost when they got no flow but to figure out an algorithm to make them more famous than that photo of Malcolm.
Them not bad like we, I like we. They're not tough like we, I like we. Long before Twitter, Facebook, and IG, the world know we. Them not tough like we, I like we. They're not rough like we, I like we. Long before Twitter, Facebook, and IG, the world know we.
Woman, I know you've been dying to keep me alive, son. party. Dag nabbit, I'ma make you proud on a sober Sunday. It was so damn cool, I got over it. I am cool cause family can shoulder me. I'ma write this down on the IOU.
Mama, you're my body armor, my source of calm when I encounter drama. Raise me to survive any dive in a pond of piranhas. Life's a lasagna, each layer is a greater trauma. But my life sentence has no period instead of comma, cause it continues without abuse on the menu. As long as I travel along the path that I was meant to. What I've been through would crush unless a man into the ground. With no GPS or ways, you help me turn it all around. Jamaican lady intuition, a magical ability to make a prediction of the presence of friction. My addiction to women to whom my heart's released forever. Leave me puzzled how I can't put the pieces together. Caught in a back and forth, feeling played like they master sport. On this all-inclusive guilt trip, I take the last resort to drink away the pain. Now I think, reflect, refrain from believing I'm instinctively insane.
On a sober Sunday, it was so damn cool, I got over it. I am cool cause family can shoulder me. I'ma write this down on the IOU. On a sober Sunday, it was so damn cool, I got over. I'm cool while resting on your shoulder. So I'ma write this down on the IOU.
I'll sit back with a set sack that's browner than Nino. If that sack got that roll, better be like Greeno. You can get a QP of the loose leaf for just half a Gino. Or get a OZ of the Yoshi for just 240. Rookies take 1 gram of the Munyam and they sit cozy. Everything moves slowly. Eyes on the bro, watch closely. We share kind in the concrete jungle like the nemesis of Mowgli. Everything's a Friday in my hood, they call me Smokey. I got an HQ of the safe goo that I love like Moni. If you got a quad to the Maka, your night won't be lonely. When the Buddha blesses compressed, we cut it up like DJ Dopey. So much smoking, I'm thirsty, got a sip of soda. I got the munchies on the veranda with the man I'm eating roti, getting a massage from a man that got Santa to roll for me. You never catch me buying trees from them pussy cats like Josie. Dunking this shit in rum, got it sticky and soapy. Come on, D, that wasn't an OZ, you sold me. If you get a half pound of the hash brown, promise to smoke me. Born in Rockets, I be that cat like Katino Mobley. Miss Mary Jane, and I be like Shaq and Kobe. Chachi and Joni, the road runner and the coyote. Strictly Spanish for grimace, no shrooms or peyote. Got a trunk of the skunk with no blunts and no rollies. Who that nigga? The zigzag man, y'all know me.
The cushion Bangers hits the spot. The cats I roll with toast a lot. Whether we in a hot or a hot box, like I smoke no weed, this search no rock. First I wanna get a fat in your grip. Now still smoke a pound of
Yeah, yo, basically there's no replacing me. I'm in the place to be, brothers are hastily, but still get served like pastry. It pays to be a true MC for what it's worth in this. The beautiful is not new to this. I rock reality, they rock the ludicrous and foolishness. I knew that this would happen once I started rapping. Your brain tapping in submission. Utilize my position, mono movement addition. Sending niggas fishing for the missing link. We on the brink of division and stink. You will soon see it will soon be neural unity and left a mystery like dinosaurs in history. Animalistic instincts coinciding with tranquility. Spread through our facility with monolithic ability, no killer we.
Viciously running shit like mobs up in Sicily, Italy, making fraud history. My number one enemy is the industry, filled with snakes, fakes, out for papes, upper stakes in this vicinity. Loaded with artillery, mentally, never gently. Kill all that noise, nigga. What the fuck you telling me? You're just rapping cause words rhyme. It's about time that I charisma shine. I'm eliminating your spine, penetrating the fine poetry, paralyzing your weak mind by subliminal hypnosis. Through music that's the dopest. My squad swarms like locusts, and all your hocus pocus MC. Someone charisma, stay focused.
Heaven students are spreading blueprints for tenants, movements to death. The mutant-headed consuming of bread, eluding the penance. Humans should dread when cooning. The remnants you've been mountains to see that you're drowning. Now then see this time for crowning in some profounding while your heart's pounded. Bounding my talents, rap the bounce path that's laid out. Regard a straight route towards my face house. Don't face doubt, my face out. The whole Tibet, my crew rock shit like Morissette. This hip-hop thoroughbreds planted, man universal tours ahead. Of course I'm fed with rap devils, so I stun them for spite. Pummel the sight, when times the bridges make fun of my height. Nigga, just one of us right, and your observation is focal. My concentration is focal, global domination with vocal.
Yeah, I seen you move like God, you're not fresh, didn't do the test. So watch me as I impress, following the rest. What makes you think you're not seen when your style's spitting like every case on dead teen? Word to my jeans that I strap with the road. Like 4, 5, 6, these bros gonna pay toll and sold for less. to a crew of finesse. And if you're not the title, then you shouldn't get stressed, yeah. I seen a sound confess the sins less of a princess. Well, see, they real and they can rock it, and we can rock it. The monolith devil tamers to preach the contract on all you whack entertainers.
Your vibes collapse, so mine overlap, combining, forming feelings for your pleasure as I sever what your mind brings to the stage. MCs be in the rage, trying to rhyme, not noticing that the flows they be flipping ain't on time. So I'ma have to bring the sad truth to their faces and tell them they're looking whack like grown women wearing braces. And they can never catch these lyrical meat eaters as I flip rhymes quicker than pages by speed readers. I will strip this, I will rip this like clip lips as I kick this, you will witness as I make them see zip lips and slip wrists. So shit, this is the point of no return, burn like hell to those who rebel from the monolith man.
If you lack the confidence to pump the real shit, confidence, prominence, but dominance will make you feel shit. But if that don't work, you should change your view of music real quick. We're sick, you make me feel sick. He'll quick, your skull is real thick. We're slick, I am, so he'll quit. To the mighty mind, lift the long awaited. Extremely hated by the unrelated to being elated. So what you saying, fool? Talking about you purvey a steal a snap to a cheetah. I'm in a to a whale, water to air, the sky's a comparison. Compared to none, prepared to run soon as you surface. To decapitate, the mindless has a word for industry frauds. Practice the smiles before it shows at corporate parties with stupid hoes who walk in fancy clothes.
Ain't no stopping this, monstrous, monolith, musical apocalypse to your metropolis. Feeling God within my esophagus. This topic slip out my crown of thorns. Crowds are born, words of rhythm means war. This is more than airplay, it be oxygen. Logic lock you in documents like hostages. You better watch for this. Planet invasion, renovating the foundation. Rhythmic revelation. So what you facing?
What you facing?
So what you facing?
What you facing? The long awaited. The long awaited. Waited.
King Samson.
Let's get back to our convo in the hip hop shop.
Well, on a serious note, my son, when he was little, Daniel, he suffered from asthma really bad, and went into high school, and he had an inhaler too, and it used to scare me. And I'm such a worrywart when it comes to my family and inner circle. So of course, I feel your pain. It's crazy how things happen. You have this serious situation that gives you love because at the camp they play Beastie Boys, but I'm gonna stem into, because you said you've known Samson a long time. So where did you meet my co-host? I mean, how did that friendship come about?
Yeah, bro. Well, Samson, you can correct me if your memory it serves you differently, man. But 21 years ago or so, I dropped my second album, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. And my dude, Greg Morris, who was managing me at the time, had established his company, Planet Rock Records or Planet Rock Enterprises. And through that, we worked together on releasing and marketing this album. Samson was part of the team. And so, throughout the process of like putting out that project, from the shows I did to the interviews I did and stuff, Samson was part of the team, man. And that's how I know it goes back at least 20 something years, because that's when that album dropped in 2004.
Evil was the Book of Daniel. You already dropped, it was the Book of Daniel. You already released it.
Yeah.
And we came in at around that time. You were doing the video of which one was it? It was the first single, I think it was, that you were doing the video. That's when that's what I remember. We came and we were at the video shoot, and I was like, the first time I ever been at a video shoot. First time I was hanging around with pure artists, like people who would think. So so for me, like I was just coming out of school for music management, right? Yeah. And I was hungry, and I was like, I had my brethren, John Olson. Yes. He was part of the team.
I remember.
Shout outs to him. He says, "Yo, I have this opportunity. I think we can manage Danny O." And I'm like, "Who?" And he goes, "We can manage Danny O." And I'm like, "Danny O, the one that Dear Hip Hop, Danny O?" He goes, "Yeah, man, I think we can do it. We can do it. Yeah, I have the next guy. And he was talking fast, and I'm singing, "What's the chance of this?" I didn't think it was real. And then we actually we got together, we sat down, we started talking, and I remember the first time we talked, I was quiet because I couldn't believe the situation that was happening. I was like, I'm in front of the guy. I have seen this guy on TV so many times, and I knew he was from my area, it's Scarborough, big up.
Yeah, man.
But I never saw him, so I never thought I would ever see him. And now I'm sitting across from him, and we're trying to do business, and we're saying we're gonna manage him. I'm like, this is crazy.
Dude, that's amazing. It's dope how our obviously we'll have different, recollections of how it all went down. Do you remember the video shoot? Like what the video
Mirage.
was? For which?
Is it Margarine? Sorry.
Oh, Margarine. Wow. Okay. So my bad, because we're going back to 2000. So that's 25, bro. That's right. Man. That's right. So you came in. That's the first album. Yeah. That's the first album. So that was released independently on the One Rock Records label that I founded with Monolith. And that sort of transitioned into the whole Planet Rock thing, which you were part of. So it's even longer than that. Wow. That's wild, man.
Man, you guys put me on adventures, man. I had to deal with, I'm a quiet guy. I'm loud with my friends. I'm not loud with other people. So I remember one time we went out and we were downtown somewhere. You had a show. It was outside and stuff, and we were just eating and stuff. And there was a girl around us, and she started smack talking me. And I'm like looking at her, and I'm just like, why are you messing with me? So she saw me catering to you because I was like, okay, I want to make sure my artist is good. So we went into Danny, you want a drink? Danny, you want this? So I'm just catering because I want to make sure my artist is good, right? So what happened? She didn't like that, and she started smack talking me and I had a whole pure composure because I was like, I'm about to fuck up. Oh, I shouldn't have swore. I was like, I'm gonna mess everyone's time up now because I'm the type of person, once I'm angry and I go for it, I go for jugular, and I don't care what I messed up.
Right.
I just want you to know not to mess with me. Right. So I had the whole composure, and I just held composure. And then the funny thing is when we were at the Canadian Black Music Awards, she saw me and she was talking to me like she was my best friend. And I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah.
But those are the situations that I remember being with Daniel and some of the Monolith crew. I remember it was you, Charisma, and Rashad was the main guys that we were taking care of. Right. And I just remember being with guys, seeing how you guys interact with each other. The funny thing is these guys are brothers. And I was like walking into it, and I was like, oh shoot, these guys are like family members. Like, see how they treat each other and how they talk to each other. And I was like seeing Daniel actually make a song in front of us and rapping, and I was like, this is on a different level. And I was like, I couldn't believe being with an artist for so long and seeing him do different things. And I was like, this guy is better than what I thought he was. I'm like, he could do anything because
damn, bro,
I remember the trip we went to Montreal. I'm sorry, I'm going on a binge.
I do too.
I remember going to Montreal and we came back home and Daniel started rapping and he was doing it in you know how Snoop Dogg's talking physical, mystical, and all that foolishness? You were rapping like that, and I was just like, where is this coming from? And he kept on going, and the cat just kept going, and I'm like, oh shoot, these guys are on a different level. I didn't know it was like this. And then Prisma was playing his music. Mm-hmm. I remember just having a great time going to interviews with you and everything like that, and seeing how business minded you were. When it came to your business, Daniel does not play. He was always on, and that was the greatest thing I learned, to be with an artist. I haven't done it again.
For real.
I couldn't. It's babysitting. I hate babysitting.
I'm your one and only, bro. There's nowhere to go but down after. No,
but you were such a good artist. You were on the I didn't have to say, Daniel, I need you to make a song. He was like, I got songs what can we do? Like, let's go. After this project, I got the next project ready to go, kind of thing. Whereas other people that I had dealings with, it's like, why are you not writing songs? Like, you should be writing 10 songs a day. I shouldn't have to tell you that, kind of thing. So.
Word, man. Well, I listen, dude. I appreciate all that, man. Sometimes it's crazy when I hear other people's memories or their perspectives going back all them decades ago. Like, I'm not in your brain to know what you're thinking, so I'm humbled to hear you put it in that way. I'm also very appreciative because, you know, I've always worked hard at my craft. I've always taken it seriously and wanted to be the best at everything that I put my mind to, whether it was the bars I was writing, the stage show, which is my favorite thing to do, my in-studio performance, everything. And so I appreciate it, and it's fun to sort of hear your perspective. I remember that trip too, and those were definitely the days where we would freestyle every chance we got. So that's at least 4 hours from Montreal to Toronto, and Charisma playing his beats or whatever beats we're on, we'd freestyle almost the whole way.
Yep.
Remind me if this is the same trip, because I'm pretty sure it was, because Bully, we called him Bully. Greg was driving, and I remember my DJ at the time, Bolos, aka Royal Touch, wanted him to stop the car because he had to piss. He had to go. He had to eat. He had to go.
Yep.
And Greg wouldn't stop the car.
He wouldn't stop.
You remember that? And he was like, Bully, I'm gonna piss now, Bully. Yo, these guys got it. I don't know why he didn't want to stop, but it was like the funniest part of the trip.
Maybe it was cold.
Yeah,
yo,
he was
man,
so
Bully
vexed.
He did not want to pull over. He's like, nah, man, hold it.
No, there was that one piece of argument over him having to hold. I'm holding my dick, Bully. Oh, sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss, but I was hella funny.
It's all good. It's all good.
And speaking of that too, Samson, I remember that trip because, if Richard was on that, because so we would freestyle so much that we would just have fun with what we were doing. So I remember on that trip, we came up with rap characters on the way home. And we created, I think they were called the Killer Murder Gods, which was like a gangster rap, like hardcore street. So we were thug rapping as jokes, right? And then we created an R&B group. What was the name of the R&B group? Cotton Candy, I think it was. And so we just break out into singing about the ladies and stuff. So those were fun days because we really were able to like be creative in all kinds of ways. And that's all it was, man. It was love. I mean, it still is, but definitely coming up during those times, there was a lot of love just for the craft. I mean, we hadn't really quite entered a world where we certainly didn't have artists from our city and from our country who are worldwide superstars yet, multimillionaires and all that. We were all just living the dream and having a lot of fun doing it. And one thing I can say about you, bro, I remember of the trio that was the Planet Rock, you were clearly the tallest, but the soft-spoken. He was like that gentle giant, bro. Like Samson comes in the room, you gotta crick your neck up to see him, but he's very, very chill, man. Like he has a commanding presence, but seemed to keep everyone just sort of locked in, because he had a peaceful presence too, man. So I always appreciated that.
We ain't done yet. Going to get into some music right now in the hip hop shop.
Music, please.
You are now listening to King Samson here on EuropeRadio.com. Let's go! Yeah!
We come to talk about things that happen. We come to burn it down. You cannot touch the sound. You can't compare the true people. We come to tear it down. We come to mash it down. We come to talk about things that's happening. We come to tear it down. You cannot touch the sound. You can't compare the true people. I'm from the toThe, making where the beats walk. And both sides of the city chat beats talk. Where the beats walk. Where the flow's tight. And people vibe on the city streets all night. When we die, it's when we all move. Can't find one girl without an attitude. It's when we beat you and burn Madcon. I'm in the city which is full of pure Madcon.
Come to tell you about the city that we come from. Show you how the way that it run. So you listen to the words we say in regulations. We be laying for those that decide to come. Yo, it's a crew that's sending love out to the people in the city where the ladies are legal and pretty people. You with me? Give me a wolf call. Came to party all. Leave your gun in the trunk. No time for bull all. Crowds are hard to please, loud and hard to ease, ready to boo. If you underestimate the people here, we're devastating, desecrate your street rap too. Pure Nova Scotians, pure Jamaicans, pure Caribbean people and North Asians. They come to see our souls, to see we rock. All foreigners. I'm Milk D King Samson, with a beast war, and both sides of the city tap beats war.
making a burn mad high. I'm from a city that is full of pure blood. Stop, show your model love. Backstep, come on now, model love. You just walk, come on, show your model love. Melbourne, Rome, show your model love. Everybody in the place, show your model love. World Brick, come on now, show your model love. This is like a brick, show your model love. I'm a dog, show your model love.
Sing it with my life.
Jump on a track and don't say nothing. Never the case. I live up in the beat like a barn with the bass. Now simmer this, cool this, tame this, boycott this, stop this, give thanks. A rock stainless. I wish I would shut my mind. Can't stop, persevere, yo. I can't stand still without being invaded by the drum. Beat me up and let me bend, yeah. Kick me up and tell me run, go find my pen, yeah. Separate my enemy then from a friend, yeah. Brothers that's rhyming straight, need to bust. Some of the best I heard with no staff and no trust, yeah. Or with no trust in between them and the staff. Can't feel good again, why sing, we can't laugh, huh? Pull up the anchor, make way for the tanker. Though my mom's left jammed down, I still thank her for picking me up, correct. Live and direct, it's your man, why you in my style set? Go on and get in my brief on my balcony, met by summer sweat. Overlooking Lake Ontario, finish my cigarette. Hungry as dog, I can't stop writing this to the rockers. Don't know the late night by roots maneuver. Patience, love, man, we tighten this life. We grew up playing together, now see my come on the wife, I'm uncertain. Though I know she right, the one I'm hurting. Anxious, certain, till like simmer down, I feel like splurting. Her talk step deep, I see the sign. Nigga, night you tell me, baby, nothing come before it's time. And I know this. I got my ones cause I'm supposed to post notice and my folks don't focus. Bring down the rope, it's the can't watch me out overnight. Soak this supreme while you're done now, slow this.
Dr. J, the Soca Prince, repping the KOS. And when I like with my brethren, Monolith, Urban Bounce, and Red Rat Lord, it's all about girls by the plenty. And it's here right now, it's all about the Kama Sutra. So ladies, I only wanna see some sexy positions when you're white, right? Right your wisdom,
long ago, in the hearts of Scarborough, sweet mama rushing me hard like El Eduardo. She look good, think I sick of thoughts of Paul Bernardo. Background Barbados from Esplanado. Thick lips, fat ass and knee boots from Aldo. Make a brother pack a thicker one is Desperado. The words I may borrow ain't from the heart though. The only thing I'm kissing tomorrow is a Marlboro. Present love life don't concern me over mono. Fuck 'em and leave 'em and then I'm gone, that's the motto. With shards like a soldier, I hold your it's thunder. Recognize the big dog, respect that I'm under.
When you're coming back,
hush up your lip, young sister, just whisper. Calling out my name and jam like I miss you. What happened to you, idiot gal? Me never kiss you. You're just a runaway jerk. Me a go please her once and she hook. Time to release her now, she all shook. This little skis on me, she go book. Please recognize my steez, no time for drama. Too many big booty bashman beans in Toronto. Hiding these Chinese Guyanese. Never crave no vanilla, just black cake and brownies. From a runaway, always had to play, never had to pay. Practically got the crown to make every brown girl say.
Been watching you girls all night. You ain't no friends, no pride. Get silent, outfit and look tight, alright. We're doing mad moves from the Kama Sutra. Been watching you girls all night. King Samson. Style and outfit and look tight, alright. We're doing mad moves from the Kama Sutra.
Love or lust, legit I'm in a crush. See when I get a little bit of us, heart skips quick, I feel I'm with it in a rush. Sexy black girl, I see you blush. Cool, I know exactly how you feel when we brush. True, I see a new side reveal when we touch. Trouble me to ask, is it love, is it lust?
Girl, it's you. Loving your mind, lusting your body. I lose control. I got to keep my composure.
Girl, you know my vibe, how I move. Not much to say, not much to prove. I'll rub you with a touch and start nice up your mood. Love it when you're rough and I'll fight up the dude. Make me laugh like some of my core staff. You my brethren in a new light to light, never half. Love it when we do fight, it's like never graph. Can't get enough of the bubble, got the one of a kind. Home, height, love or lust. Legit I'm in a crush. See when I get a little bit of us, heart skips quick, I feel I'm with it in a rush. Sexy white girl, I see you blush. Cool, I know exactly how you feel when we rush. True, I see a new side reveal when we touch. Trouble me to ask, is it
you and I, eye to eye, won't fight something we can't deny. Knowing what we're feeling for, I'll touch divine leads to our demise. Hiding the feelings in both disguises. Knowing that we're feeling more. Knowing that we're feeling more. So what are we waiting for? Girl, what are we waiting for?
Legitimate crush. See when I get a little bit of us. Boss skips quick, I feel it with it in a rush.
If it's a race, then I'll place first. Styles burst, so if you thirst for the topness, rocks is here to drop like a hole in one. If you stolen some rhyme flash, I'm like a rash spreading like dogs to shedding. I'm expecting just sending on word of advice to these lights invested who have invested time for a whack congested rhyme. Cough that shit up like a crazy chain smoker. So while you're choking, I'll crush your dreams, plus you're hoping. I've been there and done that like Drake, but some sick of the 90s where it's accepted and cool to be gay. See, I say what I feel when I spark these rhymes. You can tell just where I dwell cause of my artsy lines like chimes to wit. Check my sound vary just a little. Pure rhymes, so maybe stick a chorus in the middle. If you live your life one way, then obey it. Don't like a lot of old school and this ain't scared to fucking say.
Hey yo, they're making an hour for my eyes to realize. To never chastise, we out for the same prize. Making beats proper, to compliment lyric tone. Ripping a mic true, same time shit song. The vibe I feel, be real in every essence. Positive outlook is more than just a preference. Lessons learned, so now my goals in sight, right? Talk the talk, and now it's time to take flight. Incorporated troops done true, we pay dues. We're headed persona, in every angle we choose. Hey yo, we cruise, through nights, spin the mic tight. That's cardboard bullshit, we gon' keep it mad tight.
Hey yo, Blitz, I'ma meet you at the top, y'all.
Hey yo, Black, I'ma meet you at the top.
Yo, my man Danny, yo, I'ma meet you at the top, yo.
Yo, Charisma, I'ma meet you at the top.
Do the truck. Got girls by the plenty. This mega city got girls by the plenty, but ain't too much of them girls friendly. Hey yo, West End got girls by the plenty. East End got girls by the plenty. This mega city got girls by the plenty, but ain't too much of them girls friendly. I met this girl, had done dancing young. I complimented her on how her ass is hung from her panties. She said she didn't want to talk to Corey D. She looked at me, continued to walk, so I followed her all the way to Queen. I stopped her, asked her why she acts on me. She said she don't know me, she never saw me before. And what I said to her back there, proved to her on my wall.
My whole aura is just lay back, sit back, don't say jack. While these wildcats, they push their wigs back. My whole clique, no forgiving nothing but that raw dick. We keep them horsey. Monolith, hit the public with that raw shit till I met my match. Just the other day, she was a light-skinned shorty from just around my way. I grabbed her lightly by the wrist and then began to say, hit off the body language, spoke off a parlay. Then she snapped, switched the attitude and acted on me. Facial expression up just to blow the whole scene. But it's alright, permissions down in Saga. Lamps it out the raps and topless flings in Wasaga.
West End got girls by the plenty. East End got girls by the plenty. This mega city got girls by the plenty, but ain't too much of them girls friendly.
I just can't hold back a foe, cause I'm the man with soul, in control and effects. So what the heck, rock the disco tax, and this groove is what's next. Drop the bass to beat the rhythm as I grab the microphone. You're prone to be thrown if you're wrong in my zone alone. Me a beat to be complete with the dope rhymes. Lyrical mastermind, one of a kind, hard to find. MC bringing terror, the error in your area. Freddy Krueger, Jason, forget him, I'm scarier. I'm daring you for you to even try and attack this. I think you're gonna go to jail for lyrical slackness, whackness, stupidness for you to be doing it, pursuing it. Step on my face, I'ma ruin it, cause I'm dope, this I wrote. No, I ain't no joke, I choke all the stupid suckers who try to provoke me. The D-A-N-E-O, and you know it spells Danny-O. I whirl and twirl suckers like a tornado. Step into me, boy, you better step to reality. What to do to you is like lyrical brutality. You and me is like Pee-wee and Hulk Hogan. The heavyweight hip-hop champion slogan is raised above my head, you're dead, you're red. Danny-O wins again. The headline said a sucker stepped to me and got killed. When he broke loose, I'm a rhyme mastermind, he's just Dr. Seuss. I designed divine rhymes, all the lines are mine. Your dry rhymes are crimes, but like the bell I chime. And like a roller coaster, I'ma take you on a ride. And if you wanna battle, I can lick your backside. Put it to rest, your past go west to your nest. I'm the best in this rap fest, cause me you can't test. You can't test me. You can't test me. You can't test me. Don't break loose. Love, Blitz, Charisma, Case, and of course to my man Destro. Call
birthday, and I'm sending this out to the one known as Big Daddy Kane. Peace, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers, my brothers.
King Samson.
Let's get back to our convo in the hip hop shop.
Well, I want to say real quick, I've never met Samson, but the crazy thing is I've known him for over 20 years. And he's the same guy, Daniel. If I don't talk to him for a month, just say, for example, he would be the same guy. Or 2 years, he's the same guy. And then I want to say really quick too, big ups to you, because Samson gave you a lot of roses. So that tells you, and also salute to Samson because of the type of guy he is, that he truly does respect you. And as you said how much hard work you put in, I believe you honestly, because I feel like anything you do in life is a reflection of you, and putting in that hard work, and people notice that, Daniel. So we're our worst critics as artists and performers, but others see that and they respect what you do. So I may not know you like Samson, but respect. You had my respect when I saw you kids. And speaking of that, here's the picture. Let me see if I can.
Okay, hold up. I got.
So that's my baby picture.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's see, and then there's the other one.
Damn, dude. What's your background? Like your ethnic background?
So I'm a pot of gumbo. But anyway, yeah. Dang. So my parent, I have mixed parents. My last name is Bourgeois. It's cool.
Oh, wow.
If you Google Milk D, you'll see Bourgeois. So a lot of my dad's side is from New Orleans area, Louisiana. So I have French, Cajun, Creole, Indian, white. It goes on and on, Danielle.
Okay.
But
well,
go ahead.
If there's any Spanish, and I mean Spain, or any Jamaican in there, we might be in the bloodline. You never know.
Yeah, we have
never know.
You have to do the 23andMe and see if our names come together. For real.
Yeah, we got to do that and figure it out.
But there's a couple of stuff I want to say too, really quick. Is that I kept hearing this Planet Rock. So of course I'm thinking Africa Bambaataa, which I know it's not. So I want to ask you, Daniel, what is your favorite old school hip hop track or groups or just one artist? It could be a single like Big Daddy Kane or it could be.
It is. Now we must be family because you're answering questions for me. It is Big Daddy Kane, and it's Set It Off. That's my all-time favorite. So much so.
I'm ready to start breaking up in here right now. Let's go.
So much so, and I guess Samson would know this, but so much so that I tributed Set It Off on my first album.
Oh, nice.
The very first song on my first album is actually called Can't Test Me, which is a song I wrote when I was 13 and performed on television, Electric Circus. Samson will know all about that. And I won a contest at 13. That's really how I got my start. That song was basically, if I'm going to be honest, was a bite of Set It Off. I was trying to rap like Kane, look like Kane. I had the high top cameo and everything.
I remember that.
So I was able to tribute that song on the album. And a really dope story is that, oh man, this goes back to like early 2000, maybe mid, when Kane was in Toronto and performed, and I had the opportunity to meet him. And I handed him a CD and told him about the tribute. And he told me that DJ Mark the 45 King, may he now rest in peace, produced that beat. Yeah. Even though Marley Marl got the credit, he said it was 45 King's beat. So that would be my all-time favorite, Set It Off by Big Daddy Kane.
Well, that's fire, bro. Before Samson asks you something, please tell everybody where they can find you. And I feel bad because I didn't get a chance, because Samson always says, D, make sure you check out the artists. But I just, man, I don't even want to get into this. Isn't my interview, but it's just so much going on that I didn't get a chance to check you out. So please tell everyone how they can find you. And this guy is going to find you on Instagram or wherever.
Respect. Well, listen, you got 3 kids, so I'll give you the pass. You get a blind for not having the time. You're busy. But anybody can check me out by, you said Google earlier. When you Google Danny O, when you spell it correctly, Dan-E-O, you can go to DannyO.com. All of my music and videos, or links to them at least, are there. On social media, you take out the dashes, Danny O, DANEO 1010. You'll find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all of that. All my music, of course, is streaming, you name it, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, etc. And of course, available for purchase. Albums on vinyl and CD are available. Again, you can go to DannyO.com for that.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
you.
And I just hit the follow. Bam!
There it is.
Let the boys be boys. Slam!
There it is. I'll follow back.
All right, sweet. What you got, Samson, for Danny O? Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I know you traveled across Canada with your music and everything like that. What was a time that you're on stage and you had absolutely great time? One performance that you remember that you just had a great time. Tell us about it.
There's a lot, but as you ask that question, what stands out in my mind is the 1996 Rap Essentials tour, because this was my first tour.
Yes.
This is when Dear Hip Hop got dropped on the Rap Essentials Volume 1 album. It's basically what put me on as a recording artist, and I was blessed to hit the road with my brother YLK and Chaclair, and we traveled all of Canada. When we hit, so firstly, this was also my first trip throughout the country, so a born and raised Canadian who had never really been many places in Canada, and this gave me that opportunity. When we hit Banff, Alberta,
yes,
we did a sound check in a restaurant, and I swear the stage was the size of maybe a queen size bed. It was a small ass stage, and the stage was right up against a window. So firstly, looking out this big window, all I could see was mountains, which was incredible as a sight because, there's no mountains here in Toronto, right? So like the West Coast, those Rocky Mountains up in Alberta, It was wild to see. But anyway, we get on stage to do a sound check. Remember, it's a restaurant. The restaurant's open. People are seated and eating dinner. And they were pissed, bro. Like, what are these rappers doing, making all this noise? We're trying to enjoy a meal. And even I felt to wait because I'm like, what kind of venue is this? This is a weird, people are eating in this restaurant. And we did the sound check. And when we went back to the hotel, I remember talking to the boys about, this is cool and all, but this is a weird venue and a weird, it just feels weird to do, right? I don't know what kind of show we're going to have tonight, but whatever. I remember that we kind of unified because we were all given Rap Essentials t-shirts. None of us had worn them yet, but that night, all of us wore those shirts. I don't know why that matters as part of the story, other than to say that we unified as a crew. We called ourselves the 7 Deadly Venoms. There was 7 of us on the set. Chaclair brought 3 guys. I brought 2, YO and Black Cat. And we, 3 members of Monolith, 4 members of like the Circle crew, and we just amalgamated. And we went to that show having as positive a mindset as we could because we thought it was going to be whack. And so we wore the shirts and we're like, we rolled in there like crew, like, let's just have fun tonight. When we got back to the venue to do the show, as I should have expected, all of the tables had cleared out. Obviously, all of the restaurant patrons had cleared out. And it was jam-packed to the brim. And it was the loudest, most crazy crowd of the tour up until that point. We felt like superstars on that stage. Because again, when you kind of have a packed-in venue, doesn't matter how big or small it is, but especially if it's smaller, the more people you pack in there, the crazier it is. And that show was wild. All in the midst of looking at these mountains while I was rocking the stage. That show will forever live in my heart as like a craziest experience, one of them.
That's sweet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's a nice story, man. But you guys must have been like in Banff with the Milk, the Rocky Mountains. I don't know if you've been in the West Coast, seen the Rocky Mountains, but in Alberta, those mountains are incredible. It's life-changing because I remember I did it one time and they're saying we're going to Banff. I'm like, I'm not seeing no mountains. What's the hell going on? And they kept driving. I'm like, where's these mountains? I should see them from now because it's flat, right?
Right.
On the highway, we turn a curve and then the mountains is just up here. And I was like,
rise up.
And you don't realize how big mountains.
Yeah.
And then we're driving through them. I'm looking down. I'm seeing the rivers. It was beautiful. It's like when people
they're
talk
practically
about,
intimidating.
Yeah,
they're practically they're just so massive. It's a wild sight. It's a wild sight.
Yeah, we have them in Virginia, western part, going towards going towards UVA and stuff. But going to California, I see them, and then my wife and I got married in Tennessee, and so we're in there. The Smoky Mountains is where we got married.
Crazy, that's dope.
Gatlinburg. But I wanted to ask you, Daniel. So you never produced music? You had a person who produced the tracks?
Well, these days I definitely rely on those who do it best, and I get what I feel is the best producers that I know to produce my music. But I've definitely produced my earliest recording. So my Dear Hip Hop album has 2 songs that I produced, and my Book of Daniel album has 8 songs that I produced.
Nice.
So, in fact, I'm literally sitting beside. I may as well just show you.
Yeah. Well, please do, man. Nice. I see.
Okay. So I'm sitting beside my old, but still in good condition, MPC 2000.
Yeah.
And this was something that I bought, man. This goes back literally like late 90s. And I do my best to keep it in pristine condition. I know it's like sort of obsolete technology now, but I made 8 songs off of my debut album on this thing. So I definitely, can make beats, but there's some dudes who are doing it better than I ever could. So shout to them.
Shout outs to Charisma, man.
Charisma, aka Skiz. It's my Mighty Monolith brother who produced half of the Vigilante album, the entire Day It All Changed album, and it's still going strong. So yeah. Shouts to Big Sprox and Sky the Cooking Jacks as well. They also produce off Vigilante, my latest. Right?
Make sure you tell them, Daniel, to tap in so they can hear their roses. But I'm a producer. It's house music, but I use hardware. I use hardware like you and a lot of guys or ladies. They use the software where it's like Ableton or Pro Logic. But I was just curious because. I know you're an MC, but I was like, I wonder if he makes beats. So thank you for answering that. Well, if you could go back in time, was there always somebody you wanted to collab with? You could be on stage with, or just make a track with?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a long list, but I mentioned Big Daddy Kane earlier. He is in what I consider my holy trinity of MCs, and that would be Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, and Rakim. Of all the MCs that I got into, and there's a long list, like I said, those 3 held the crown for me in terms of ultimate MCs. We're talking about the late 80s and early 90s. No one was rhyming like them. I still think that they've created, bars and certainly songs that have stood the test of time and is better than so much else that's been produced since. And so as far as doing a track, they would be at the top of my list. Of course, I'm happy to say this. One of my favorite all-time joints is The Symphony, that Marley Marl posse cut with, Master Ace, Craig G, and then, of course, the 2 men I mentioned, Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane.
Come on.
So I'm getting close because one of my favorite MCs ever, Master Ace, is on the Vigilante album. So I did get to live out a bucket list dream in working with Ace. And hopefully, man, G-Rap and Kane, you never know, man, but that's still on my bucket list right there.
Well, salute, Daniel. I mean, I have this dream too. I put a track out about my favorite 5 house music DJs and producers, and I named them in the track, and I'm hoping to collab with one of them. That's not why I did it, but I would love to do it. I just love giving roses to the people I love and respect.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way, man. There's a record on my album, Like Wheat, where we talk about, shouts to my man Blessed, who's on the track with me, and we talk about the way in which social media is used by a lot of people to fake and front. And in his verse, he shouts out a lot of legends from Toronto who came up in the game and made names for themselves without social media. So giving out flowers, paying tribute, homage, giving respect where it's due has always been a big part of who I am. Even if I don't get it back from certain people, I'm like, that's just how I am, because I can't pretend I've done this all by myself, that nobody's influenced or inspired me. And we need to continue doing that. We all need to show love because, man, there's so many incredible artists and members of the culture who obviously did it before we did,
Yep.
and are doing it while we're doing it. So, you know, like I said, it's a worldwide family to me.
Nice.
Love it. Great answer, my brother. Good answer.
This is the Hip Hop Shop, a Chemistry Lab production exclusively on EuropeRadio.com.